Most people only see your smile, your achievements, the polished version of yourself you choose to show the world. They see the carefully chosen words, the curated moments, the successes that look good from a distance. Very few people, though, ever see the soul behind it all, the trembling hopes, the quiet fears, the dreams you've never dared to speak aloud. And when someone truly sees you, not just the image, not just the surface, but the real, raw, imperfect you, and chooses to stay, that is nothing short of a miracle. We are wired for connection. Deep in our biology is the need to belong, to be seen, to be understood. It's not just about being around people. It's about being truly recognized, without masks, without armor. It's about someone looking at you, really looking and saying, "I see you, and I'm not going anywhere." Surface relationships are everywhere. Small talk, polite nods, quick exchanges about weather or work or plans for the weekend. And while they fill space, they often leave a void inside. Because they don't touch the parts of us that are real. They don't see the silent battles we fight, the victories we don't post about, the sadness we hide behind smiles. When you go through day after day, surrounded by people yet feeling invisible, a quiet ache starts to build. It's the ache of not being truly known. It's the heaviness of existing without feeling deeply connected. And the longer it lingers, the louder it becomes, whispering doubts into your mind. Maybe no one ever will truly understand me. But then, every once in a while, someone sees through. Someone hears not just your words, but the emotions buried underneath. They notice the way your shoulders slump when you're tired, the way your laughter fades a little too quickly when you're pretending. They listen for the silences you leave between sentences. They watch the moments when your eyes say what your voice cannot. And without judgment, without trying to fix you, they stay. They don't rush to offer solutions. They don't try to polish your rough edges. They simply stay, with patience, with presence, with love. When someone truly sees you, it's as if a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying finally lifts. You exhale a breath you didn't know you were holding. You realize you are not alone in the way you thought. Your heart softens, your spirit rests. That's why being seen matters so much. It's not about vanity or needing validation. It's about the deepest parts of us longing to be acknowledged, to know that we are not invisible, that even in our messiest, most vulnerable states we are still worthy of love. And when that happens, when someone looks past everything you present and chooses to stay with all that you are, that connection becomes sacred. It becomes something you carry with you even in the loneliest moments. When someone truly sees you, they aren't just paying attention to what's obvious. They notice the tiny shifts, the hesitation in your voice when you speak about something that matters, the way your hands fidget when you're nervous, the spark in your eyes when you talk about what you love. They tune in not just to what you say, but to everything you don't. Real connection isn't loud. It doesn't demand grand gestures or constant reassurances. It happens quietly, in the spaces between words, in the understanding that doesn't need to be spoken aloud. It's a gentle recognition that says, "I see your heart," even when you try to hide it. People who truly see you don't try to change you. They don't offer advice disguised as judgment. They don't push you to be stronger, happier, or more put together. They accept you in your unfinished, ever-changing form. They know that real love doesn't require fixing. It requires witnessing. Why is this so rare? Because truly seeing someone demands that we slow down. And today's world moves fast, faster than most hearts can keep up. Distraction is everywhere, and true presence has become a lost art. Most people are too busy looking at their phones, chasing deadlines, or managing their own fears to notice the quiet world unfolding inside another person. And vulnerability plays a role too. To see someone else deeply, we must be willing to confront our own hidden parts. Many people aren't ready for that. They shy away from intimacy, not because they don't care, but because facing raw truth, ours or someone else's, can be terrifying. Not everyone has the capacity to meet you where you are. Some people will only ever be able to engage with the version of you that is easiest to digest, the smiley, successful, curated version. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk the deeper roads with you. But those who do, they are different. They are rare. They carry a certain softness, a patience, an openness that makes you feel safe enough to lower your guard. With them, you don't have to perform. You don't have to explain every emotion or justify every tear. You can simply be and be loved anyway. Be loved. When you encounter someone like this, pay attention. These are the people who see your soul beyond your achievements, your failures, your defenses. They love not in spite of your flaws, but through them. They see your cracks and think, that's where the light gets in, and you too must learn to see them. To notice their silences, their unspoken fears, their quiet strength. True connection is never one-sided. It's built when two people choose, again and again, to see and be seen, fully, bravely, imperfectly. This kind of bond is rare, but it's also one of the most beautiful experiences life has to offer. It reminds you that even in a world that often feels overwhelming and superficial, there are still moments and people that are breathtakingly real. Recognizing those who truly see you is not about the grand moments. It's about the subtle ones, the way they linger a little longer when you're speaking, the way they pick up on the things you don't say out loud. They aren't distracted by their phones when you're pouring your heart out. They aren't waiting for their turn to speak. They are there, fully, with you. They notice the small shifts in your energy, the way your smile falters after a long day, the way your voice drops when you're hiding sadness. They notice, not because they're analyzing you, but because they care enough to be present. In a world that often rewards speed and efficiency, they choose slowness and depth. These people accept all of you, not just the parts that are easy to love. They stay when you're confused, when you're lost, when you're not your best self. They stay through the doubts, the fears, the messy middle of your becoming, because they aren't there to see a perfect version of you. They're there for the real you. When you find someone who can love you without conditions, without expectations that you must constantly perform or improve to be worthy, hold on to them with your whole heart. Their presence is a gift, a reminder that you are already enough just as you are. And it's not just about feeling safe. It's about feeling seen in a way that brings you back to yourself. When someone reflects your truest self back to you, without distortion, without agenda, you start to believe that maybe, just maybe, you are lovable, not despite your flaws, but because of your humanity. True connection strips away the need for perfection. It invites vulnerability, encourages honesty, and makes space for growth. In the presence of someone who truly sees you, you begin to lower the defenses you've spent years building. You begin to speak a little more freely, laugh a little louder, cry a little easier. And the most beautiful part? You start to see them too. You notice their fears, their hopes, the battles they fight silently. You see their contradictions, their uncertainties, and you love them all the more for it. Because now you understand that love isn't about finding someone flawless. It's about finding someone whose cracks you can love tenderly, whose imperfections feel beautifully familiar. This mutual seeing creates a sacred space, one where masks fall away and souls meet in their rawest forms. It's rare, it's fragile, and it demands care. Such bonds don't thrive on neglect or assumption. They grow with attention, patience, and gratitude. In a world that often rushes past the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary, choosing to truly see someone and allowing yourself to be seen is a radical, beautiful act. It is an act of courage. It is an act of love. And it is a reminder that at the end of the day, connection is what makes all the chaos of living worthwhile. When you are lucky enough to find someone who truly sees you, never take it for granted. These connections are rare, delicate, and deeply precious. They deserve to be nurtured, honored, and protected. Be present with them the way they are present with you. Put away the distractions when they speak. Look into their eyes when they share something vulnerable. Listen, not just with your ears, but with your whole heart. True presence is one of the greatest gifts you can offer to someone who has chosen to see you. Express your gratitude often. Tell them you see them too. Not just their laughter and their strength, but also their struggles, their quiet bravery, their unspoken kindness. Let them know they are appreciated, not for what they do, but for who they are. Protect the bond you share. Honesty, respect, and love must be the foundation you return to, even in moments of disagreement or distance. Sacred connections are not immune to challenge, but they survive because both people choose, again and again to honor what they have found. Never fall into the trap of expecting that this kind of connection will always be easy. It won't. Being deeply seen sometimes means facing uncomfortable truths. It means allowing another person to witness your growth, your fears, your mistakes. But it also means having someone who will stand by you through it all. Someone whose love isn't based on you being flawless, but on you being real. These are the connections that make life feel rich and meaningful. They are the safe harbors when storms come, the steady lights when the world feels dark. In a lifetime full of passing faces, these few souls who truly see you are like stars you can navigate by. Treasure them. Don't let pride, fear, or neglect steal away what is rare and beautiful. Invest time. Invest attention. Be willing to apologize when you falter. Be willing to forgive when they do. Build a bond that is stronger than circumstance, deeper than misunderstanding. And remember, being seen is not a one-way gift. It's a living exchange. Just as you are grateful for those who see you, strive to be that person for others. Slow down enough to notice what lies beneath someone's surface. Be patient enough to listen for the words they are too afraid to say. Offer a safe space where they can be imperfect, uncertain, human. The truth is, everyone is longing to be seen. Everyone is carrying invisible weights, silent hopes, hidden sorrows. When you choose to truly see someone, you give them one of the greatest kindnesses this world has to offer. And when someone truly sees you, cherish it with everything you have. In a chaotic, restless world, these are the moments and the people that feel like home. They are rare, they are precious, and they are worth everything.